service of our town government. We ask this in the holy name.
Amen.
To the flag.
Allegiance to the flag, United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
We'll open the meeting up to the public. Anyone from the public wish to speak?
I just have one question. The code officer is going to be working 10 hours a week, you said, approximately, for the village of Champlain?
4 hours.
4 hours for the village of Champlain?
Yep.
Oh, I thought that was for Ross's Point.
No, he works for the Ross's Point for 10 hours a week.
Oh, and Champlain, the 4?
Yep.
Is that salary included in his salary that he gets from the town?
One is, one isn't.
One is and one isn't.
Yep. Ross's Point pays him. Champlain pays us. We pay him.
Okay, that way he has his, because if he's only working, he's not really working 40 hours for the town.
Right.
He's working part of the time for the other places. So the 10 hours from Ross's Point, they pay you. Okay, I just wanted to
No,
know.
Rob, what would you say? Can you speak up a little bit?
I thought you said that, well, you said 10 hours for Ross's Point.
Right. Ross's Point pays him.
Ross's Point pays him.
Yes.
And Champlain pays you.
Yeah, pays
For
us.
the village.
Pays the town, and then we pay him.
Okay, so does that mean that he gets the 40 hours salary for the town
No.
and then the extra
When we figure the budget, we figure make on a 30-hour,
on a 30-hour week?
you know.
Okay, I just wondered about that.
And right now, Champlain has a problem because they don't have a building inspector or code enforcement officer. So Mike has gone there to help them out till they can get somebody.
Plus Ross's Point.
Yeah.
Now, if something happens in either one of those villages, is the town responsible?
No, they're responsible. They have their own insurance.
They have their own insurance?
Nothing to do with the town.
Okay.
When he's working for them, he's
They
their
take care of
employee.
that. Okay, just wondered about that.
Anyone else? Okay, first of all, need approval of the minutes of the meeting of January 11th. Anything to add or take out of it or change it?
Make a motion to approve the minutes of January 11th.
Got a second? All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, before we do the code officer's report, I got a couple things I'd like to, a couple extra things. When we had that workshop and we talked with the 2 judges and they asked for, to raise their cell phone money, we were paying them $13 a month, they asked to go to 25. Remember that?
Yeah.
And we didn't bring it to a meeting, make a motion on it, so I'd like to get that passed tonight.
I remember that conversation.
Yeah, we never brought it,
Okay.
you know, we had the workshop for the budget.
Oh,
We-
I thought we had that done before the, approved that beforehand.
No,
In the minutes.
no, we went back and looked,
We had talked about before, way before.
no. We did a while ago, just about a year ago, they asked for $13, and we did it. When they turned in their
Okay.
pagers, then we give them that money towards their cell phone. Now they're asking for part of their cell phone money, 25 per month.
I thought we had done that, that's why I asked you. We can't be there, if you look it up.
I need a motion on that.
Take a motion that we give them $25, go back to January 1st.
Have a second on it?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, my second thing is, last month, I'll give you all a copy of this. When we made that motion for, you got mine too. You need mine. Thank you. For Linda Fredette, to reinstate her insurance, and she's going to go back and pay it. we have to include, it's retroactive from the date she was hired. We have to have that in the minutes of the meeting. I need a motion on this. She's paying back the time for a pension. And the state says that we have to include that it's retroactive from the date she was hired. We didn't put that in we didn't have that in that resolution.
She's paying back all of that back time up?
Right. Out of her pocket.
Yeah.
Just need a motion on that.
I make a motion to pay their time.
No, we don't pay her.
Well,
We're not paying them to verify that.
Yeah. But make it retroactive from the date she was hired?
Yeah.
Okay. So I have a second on that.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Okay, court officers report for your information. And we have a letter from Joe Seguin, zoning board of appeals. He's the chairman of it, and he's telling us that he would accept Joseph of the Moor. The only thing, Joe would probably be a good man, but it's going to be husband and wife on that board, and I don't know if it's such a good idea for two from a family to be on the same board. I don't know what.
One of them be on the shoulder, and the other one on the plane?
Yeah.
No, I mean, it's,
Yeah,
I
I
thought
think,
that's the way it was going to be.
Yeah.
We talked about it.
okay, I'll talk to Carl about it. Carl has the other board. Okay. Next is, for the server we need for the computer. All our computers are all hooked to this. It backs up everybody's work each day. What else does it do, Ralph? We don't have to have as big a computers because it has a memory in that server.
Yes, more memory.
Yeah.
I'm running out of space in the other one. It's got more memory, it backs up all the time, and it handles the security.
Yeah. Puts a block on it so nobody can go into the computers. I'd like the permission to purchase this. This is money that we budgeted for.
We talked about it a year ago.
Yeah.
Get it going, and everything worked out according to
But
the way
this-
we planned, it was going to work out.
Yeah.
Is there any way to look into that a little further? Because it seems like every year we're getting outdated here.
Well,
Computers is costing us a fortune.
okay, if you're gonna deal with computers, it's gonna cost us money.
Yeah, I realize that, but you ought to get one that can last 3-4 years. seems so.
Okay, but this is gonna, because,
Well, don't come back and ask next year.
no, but listen, we don't need computers with as big a memory. If you have something, you have a server like this. Am I right, Ralph? I don't know a lot about computers. I'm just telling you
I don't either.
what they tell me.
It
And we
seems
won't
like
need
we're
as big
buying-
a computers because we changed computers because the computers weren't big enough to carry the programs we had. Like, we replaced Julie, but Julie put another program on, had to have another program on her computer, and her computer wouldn't hold it, so we had to get a bigger one. With this, we won't need to.
What happened here, that when these computers were bought a few years ago, we were buying the real necessity part. That was a bad thinking, really, because you're saving money. Now you're going to pay to get it worked out.
Well, we've got so much.
That's what it boils down to.
We have so much data now that we've put
You
into
can
this
put more on it
computer.
now.
If you lose it, it would be a lot more of a problem than it would have 5 years ago.
Yeah.
And as time goes on, you keep putting more stuff in, it becomes more of a problem, and if you have something happens to it, you lose it. This type of thing has a double hard drive in it, so that you can't lose it.
It backs up by itself every day?
Pardon?
You back up by itself
Every
every
day,
day?
it does it automatically.
So people don't have to stay here and back up their,
And if we forget to do it, the machine doesn't.
That's what you need.
Yep, have you used this type of
Use
system?
computers, I haven't used Novatech, but I do use computers.
It's worth it, right?
I don't know what you have on your system.
Well, that's what, the person that we have that takes care of it, this is what he recommends. I need a motion on this.
Make a motion that we go along with this contract.
Have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
This is a contract for the rest of the year for Chastain to do the cleaning. Yeah, I know. Okay, I'm sorry.
All right, okay.
We needed somebody, and he came in, he had done it for us before, for 5 years.
Did you get back into businesses?
We were happy with him before, and,
You were satisfactory with you before.
you know,
Some of the stuff we talked about will materialize.
I don't,
It's all right here.
I don't think so.
Okay.
Are we within our legal limits of not advertising this?
We already did that.
You did,
Yes, we did. He was not one of the original bidders, was he?
We drew out the bidders because they were too high.
Okay.
And we had them involved.
I understand that. I remember that, yeah.
You don't, does it have to be bidded again?
I didn't know if we should rebid it, though.
Should it be rebid again?
I don't know. Do we, Rob?
I don't know.
Well, you better check into it.
Okay, if you want, I'll hold this till next month.
So then no, if it's not, then go.
Check on Marius to be sure.
Okay. All right, I'll do that.
And if you have to put that up for bid, do it immediately.
Well, the second one, the one I skipped over here is on the annexation of industrial park. I've got a little something here that I asked Pat to check this out on assessment. And you see what the taxable value would be, the town rate. And then if he puts 3 buildings on it, we're gonna end up losing $2,500 each year, plus the sales tax. We're not gaining nothing by this. If the village of Champlain wants that so bad, why don't they lower the water? Because that's the only reason this guy wants to put this in. And that industrial park is not full yet, so I can't see where this is such a big thing that they need.
I think we got a lot more research to do on this.
All right.
And I put this off.
Okay.
You need a motion on that?
Yep.
Make a motion that we hold this off for
Or the
a
review.
month or two.
Okay.
Second.
Because I've already looked into some of this and it's, you gotta look more into it.
Okay. Second, do I have a vote? John?
Yes.
Covered?
Yeah.
Larry?
Yes.
Billy?
Yes.
Okay. This next one is a letter that it's an answer from the letter that we sent. We're looking to put water up on the West Service Road. And we asked the village if they could supply more water and sewer for that new customs. And the next thing is the agreement for Mike to work for the village of Champlain extra counters and I signed it. And Jules, what, the annexation in the village of Rouse's Book, you got anything to report on that?
Nothing new on it right now, we're gonna have to get these people to petition us to do this.
Okay, that's what I wanted to ask.
And
Fire
right now, they haven't done, as of a couple days ago, they haven't done anything in that part of it yet. They seem to think that maybe some of them are not gonna go along with this. So it's up to them to do all they want on.
Highway superintendent's report.
I received a check for that sander, that new sander we traded from the town of Pittsburgh, $4,500. Then 2 weeks ago, I was called out for the village of Champlain for a flood. We helped them out that afternoon. We cured the problem downtown, but then we got called out very little. We weren't quite so lucky there, but no damage was done. And then the flashing lights at the school, I was able to put a letter together with the help of Al Rasco from the county, and we sent it to the state, saying that the town's not gonna put the school aside, but the town's not taking the whole responsibility of putting beacon lights up there for the Prospect Street and 276, 276 is State Road. In the letter, I made it sound like, you know, I want to help them. I didn't put them aside. If they need a backhoe, if they need a load of sand or something, we'll help them. But as far as taking the whole bulk of the expense, the signs, the flashing lights, the upkeep, I didn't want to do it. I don't think the town should have to do it. I spoke to other towns, like the town of Valsable, was faced with the same thing, and the town of Saranac. They did the same thing that we done. And I haven't heard from the school yet, so I don't know what they're going to decide, what we're doing. I only thought it was only fair. We shouldn't have to do that.
Nope, should have nothing to do with this thing here at all. This is
I mean,
state
that was
road.
something that was thrown, that was a letter that was sent here to the town, and I looked into it. First, I was balled up, but then I looked into it, and I said, well, something's gonna be done. We shouldn't accept that whole responsibility. That's all I got.
Mike, have you got anything? Codes, zoning?
No.
You wanna do that water and sewer? Somebody go.
Oh, from the meeting that we had with the engineers. The engineers came up and we met with them and we gave them the information we had on the Route 11 project. And they're still working on a cost feasibility estimate for that. But we needed some plans and some information from Rouse's Point, and we got the okay from the village, and those plans are forthcoming. On the West Service Road, we're asking them to do the same thing, a feasibility study on what it would cost for water and sewer up that West Service Road, with the intentions of that project being funded totally by the government and the reconstruction project of the border. That's going to be a political thing where once we have the information from these engineers, we can go the political route through our county legislators and up the chain of command, I hope. But before we can go to the politicians, we have to have numbers, and that's what the engineers are working on. Again, we got maps and information from the village of Champlain on this. That was what that previous letter was all about. We have to ask them, are they willing to supply the services if we're going to get it, and they're willing to work with it, but they want to be kept involved and kept informed, so which is only fair. So right now we're just gathering the maps and the documents that the engineers need, and there's going to be another meeting sometime this coming month. I don't think the date has been set yet, and at that time we should have some more information. But it's a slow process. If we get a grant application in, you're on a waiting list from 1 to 2 years as they rate you and score you by need and hardships and this and that. So it's nothing that's going to happen in 6 months, if it happens. But I think it's worth a try, so that's what we're doing. That's about all there is on the solution.
Okay, on the 111, I have a drawing the state, and they were gonna do that Ron Lennon project with a cost estimate. That would probably be some value to your engineering firm.
Okay.
Because they got it right down to right to the penny and everything. They got the part that goes in the village and the part that goes outside. Now, we know that you can't do that project now because that job has been done, but it would probably help them to find out how they got into the Ross's Point water deal.
Well,
That shows it on there. Got the plans, cost estimate and everything.
right, and what they want
Which
from
cost
the
the
village
town
is,
anything to have that done.
no, they're looking for the as-built drawings of what was done last summer near the underpass, what size pipe comes up there.
Oh, this is all in that
and
plan?
where it stops, so if we get that from the village plus what you have. I mean, the more information we give the engineers, the less it's gonna cost us. And
Well,
we hope,
what the state did for us, probably a $10,000 job.
yeah,
So we got it for nothing.
Okay.
We didn't do it, but it was a $10,000 deal to do the job, roughly. I'll get that to you because that might be some value because there's other stuff, notes on there, how you can do this otherwise.
okay. Yeah, I'm looking.
We chose to go the other route at the time and I can show them what the other route is there so we help them out.
There's no real route been nailed
Help them
down.
out, because they
There's
don't know.
lots of
It's all out
proposals
there.
as to where
This is all in the
and
drawing.
when
I
and
got the
how.
drawing here yet, but, you've seen that drawing out there. We kept that in the file here, so I'm gonna all give it to you.
But if we get a grant to do it, I think it's a worthwhile project. I mean, we have to start someplace. It
Well,
was,
not there, if it had been worked on it 5 years ahead of time, probably could have got something on that, but
yeah.
time frame was too short.
But even now, I mean, if they gave us the go-ahead today, it'd be 2 years before you could probably put a pipe in the ground. So that's all I have.
Okay. Building committee, Jules and Larry.
I have one thing on the building, I have going to be meeting with the engineer tomorrow here on this heating system deal. To get the pros and cons, what's the problem, and so he's coming tomorrow. I call him after, so he list them all.
Okay. I was wrong. I was wrong.
No, it's not bad, but he lists them all. In fact, they just got off the phone to confirm that, so they didn't have to call me, I said, well, we already got that, so that's all I got right now. If you're gonna be around tomorrow, probably can do.
Yep.
And I have, here's a certificate on that golf course deal.
Okay.
That's something for you to keep in your files.
All right.
It doesn't belong in this office up here, it belongs, I'll give you. Okay?
Yep.
Okay.
Grants committee, John, Paul, and Larry.
Nothing right
Board of Assessment and Review, John.
now. No,
Highway committee, Clifford and John Paul.
no, no.
Water and Sewer Committee, we already had that. Landfill Committee, Jules and John Paul.
I know I have one question with Alan, is that, have you been up there all lately?
I haven't been up there lately, I haven't been up there since the
Well,
beginning of the year there.
Sometime here, this weather here, if it freezes up, if I want to check the tree line on the fence line.
Yeah,
There's my one part we couldn't get there, but if it freezes, you could.
yeah.
It's in the south end there, a couple of trees there, the other. So we'll send a couple men up there sometime, we'll figure that out. And if we get a lot of rain, we'll go up there and make sure we're going to That's all I got.
Jules, last year when you checked, remember you checked on the youth program in the summer?
In what respect?
Well, we don't have a program for reading at the library, do we?
No.
At our supervisors meeting last month, we talked about that. And most towns do, because a lot of kids are not ball players or not athletes, and they like to go to the library and they have these reading classes. Apparently, they teach kids how to read and stuff
I
like
know
that.
the school was involved in some of that.
Honest did it for a
With
few
the
years.
library here in Champlain, they had something.
Honest went on Saturdays and read to the kids.
I don't know who was running it though.
But the youth program is doing it in most towns. We don't have that program that I know of.
Some in the school was doing, I don't know what department. I know they were doing that. I want to check up on it or?
Yeah, I mean, if a kid doesn't want to play ball, it would be something for him to.
still has something else going to it. The school. I'll find out about it.
I know you checked on all that last summer.
We were playing well. Athletic part, I checked out.
Town clerk's report?
The only thing I have is, last month you asked to look on Board of Assessment review members.
Yeah.
And I checked with all the towns, and the only town that does not pay their Board of Review members is the town of Moores and the town of Plattsburgh. But every other town in the Clinton County pays their board members. And in 1994, we paid our board members $45 per meeting. And at that time, there was quite a few meetings, so it was averaging out to quite a bit. So you changed it in 2000 to $300 per each member. So as far as I can see, is she's been paying them right along.
It's done in the 80s. I checked with somebody who did it in the 80s.
Do you know how we compare with other towns as far as salary?
I didn't ask the other towns how much they pay, but I mean, if you want to know that, I can find out.
Good idea.
Most towns do, other than Forest and Prospect.
Yeah.
It was raised, what, 7 or 8 years ago?
In 2000, $300.
5 years ago. I remember there was something done about that time, but they were being paid before.
Pat said they're having a lot of meetings, so we decided to do it this way, we can
Yeah.
save money. Anything else?
Nope, that's all I have.
So what are we gonna do, leave it at 300?
Whatever you want. They seem to be satisfied with it.
Well, I
But
think
the big expression wasn't because of that, I think it was, why aren't the other boards getting any money? That's the question to start with.
the question was, why are we paying that for?
And not the other boards, that's, and when did this start, when we formed this? It's going on 20 years.
Now, all the other towns don't pay their other boards either, like the zoning or planning board, they don't get paid. Only the board of review.
Well, my only comment would be, I don't think it'd be fair to those that are serving now. When they took the job, expecting to get $300 not to pay them. I mean, and I don't know why we're paying them either, but we are. Most towns are, so.
Anyone from the public?
Just to find out how much the other towns are paying, to see if it's approximately the same.
And Linda,
Yeah, I can check.
Did you go through those resolutions on New York? I mean, I went through the thing there, but the only one that I really up on is that we're gonna bring that one back up again where we have the power to change the speed limit on these roads that Alan was talking about. That's coming back up again. And they want to vote yes on that. But every time it comes up, it gets shot down. Why, I don't know. I mean, we should probably really work on that one. The rest of it is,
one's coming up again for the firemen too.
yeah, firemen,
Give them
that's coming on there
pension.
too, but the board feels, oh, we all vote yes on all that, on both of those.
Well, I didn't ask
I don't know if everybody read them up on it or not.
you. Read them?
These insurance on the non-paid firemen.
That one comes up every year and it gets turned down, I don't understand that.
But we're not too concerned with that right now. Insurance or retirement?
Retirement for volunteer firemen.
To be paid for by.
No. Not now, not now.
Not now, it would be state funds.
It would
Be a pension plan. I think we would,
Will we have to contribute to it?
I imagine we would.
Well, it would be on the fire commission. They'd have to do that. See, now they'd have to go for that. We can't go after that. Leaves us out of the picture. We get fires working on it.
Gives at least a fire department, fireman, some incentive to be on the fire department, on the fire department.
This past week, the fire department in Champlain got the new fire truck. Record, 2 0.
Right around,
We'd rather not show you if we want to show.
They did a good job, they put away their money and they bought a truck.
They got a party Thursday on it, where all the different party around, and around to come down.
At the fire station, working on
And at the fire station.
They were supposed to be here tonight, but something must have turned up. They were gonna come. They wanted to speak to us. Anything else? No one from the public? Post audit bills, for your review. And, we need a motion to pay the bills.
I have 3 new bills today. New York State Bank Association, $70 annual dues. Northeast Auto Parts, $389, $369 parts reimbursements. And cell phone for John Madani for December, $15, and January, $25. Just the bills.
We need a motion to pay the bills.
Well, is Jack gonna get the 25 in January too? Is that what that's all about?
Yeah, Jack and John, both of them. Jack hasn't been turning his in. John has. I don't know why.
So now you don't have to turn it in, just gotta pay a minimum.
Well, he has to turn in something, he has to turn in the voucher so he can get paid. If you don't turn in voucher, you can't get paid.
Should turn the voucher in now, that way till 6 months later.
Yeah. Do I have a motion?
For what?
Pay the bills?
I make a motion to pay the bills.
Do I have a second?
I second.
Any discussion? Roll call vote. John?
Yes.
Clifford?
Yeah.
Larry?
Yes.
Jules? Yes. I vote yes. There's nothing else? Need a motion to adjourn?
Need a motion to adjourn?
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
You're done. Almighty God, you have blessed us with memory, reason, and skill. Help us use this. Almighty God, you have blessed us with memory, reason, and skill. Help us use them wisely in the service of our town government. We ask this in the holy name. Amen. Salute the flag.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Celine cannot be with us tonight. She's attending another meeting last week. I'll open it to the public. Anyone from the public wish to speak?
Yeah, I'm here on behalf of my mother, Carol Duquette. I came to you a couple months ago and I discussed with you the residents, the Brinks next door to her. Last month I came again and I requested a letter signed by you and Mike Tatro within 10 days for what's going to be rectified for this land problem. Now I went in front of the zoning board and I proved to them that it's not underneath the section you photocopied for my mother. It's underneath non-conforming land use. And that's exactly what that is. It's got 90 or less feet, it's non-conforming. Now we have some more issues. He's got his runoff water going on our property. And the only way they can get to their back land is to come mow across our land to get to their backyard. Something needs to be done. You need to face it. Town of Champlain's in a little bit of trouble. You're either in trouble telling the Brinks to move it, or you're in trouble if you don't move it. So either way, something's going to happen. But I want something in writing in 10 days or my mother's going for legal assistance and a lawyer's going to be used. If we can't get it by requesting it from you, then I'm going legal with it. I've asked 3 months in a row. I came here and asked you to stop what they were doing. I said, go there, stop what they're doing, look into it. You went, you threw a photocopy at my mother, you said, it's all fine. It's not. And I proved it to the zoning board. I showed Mike Tatro, and I'm not going to come back here next month on my own. I'll be here with a lawyer, and it's not going to be pretty this time, Bruce. I've asked you several times. Several times. I'm still, actually still waiting from a letter from 2 years ago. I never got that one either, but this one I'm requesting in